I once made a video over a year ago entitled Stoicism. Not the art of Stoicism, nothing like that, just one simple word, Stoicism. And this video was about 18 months ago. I was huge, I was fat, I was unhappy, I was unhealthy, I had a terrible relationship, I was unconfident, I had nothing that I wasn't unhappy, I wasn't depressed or anything like that. I've never been depressed or anything like that, but I was just floating around. I had no purpose, I was just floating around. And I created this video because I was just starting to dip my toe into self-improvement and self-help. And I was watching a video, I don't remember who made it, but they were trying to convince me to start making videos and how that was going to help and how I could grow an audience and how yada yada yada, the benefits of creating content. So I listened to it and I felt so inspired that I did it. I had absolutely zero mental resilience at the time. Like now, for example, when I want to do something, when I say I'm going to do something, I absolutely 100% do it. Back then, I didn't do a damn thing. I said I would go to the gym. I might go twice and then I wouldn't. I'd say that I want to read a lot. It took me like a whole year to read a book. Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. It took me an entire year. Back then, when I was my old lazy self that didn't go to the gym, was huge, didn't look after what he ate, I would say that I would do things and I would never do them. But I made this one video, it's called Stoicism, and I had nothing else I could give advice about because I was really good at not caring about stuff, but I was good at very, very little else. I had nothing. I'd never really achieved anything that I'd wanted. I just, like I said, I was floating. Just had a job, I had a relationship I wasn't happy in whatsoever. I didn't have the balls to end it, even though I knew it was wrong for them and for me. But I'm not like that now, but you have to work to become the person that you want to be. And I'm still not the person I want to be in the end result now, but I'm working towards that every single day, and I'm a hell of a lot further than I was back then. Back then I didn't know what I wanted. Now I have a much clearer picture, which I'll share with you in another video. But these skills, you can develop them. And if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, if you're not that person now, you can be in the future. I know for a fact because I'm now that person. If I say I'm going to do something every single day, I do. I'm going to make these videos every single day. You can see it for the past 31 days. Back then, I made one video one day and it was crap. I'm not being offensive to past me. Future me is probably going to look back at these videos and think that's crap. But I'm making incremental improvements. You're never going to improve if you don't keep at something and keep doing it, which back then I just didn't have the mental resilience to do. I'd float around, I'd do one thing, I'd do another, it's terrible. The video was called Stoicism, and I think I told a story about how some event happened and I didn't let it get to me and yada yada yada. It was pants. It was a terrible video. I really wish I could find it and show you and upload it, because if you looked at me back then and the way that I'm able to speak now versus then, because obviously I'm still trying to improve my speech now. I'm not saying I'm excellent talker, that's the whole thing that I'm trying to improve every single day. But if you saw back then what I was like and the disparity between then and now, it's absolutely totally insane. And I can't wait to look back at these videos and have evidence that I'm improving now. Because I want you to see the incremental progress. I used to look at people and think certain people have had certain attributes and they were born that way. And I wasn't destined for that. I was just this huge guy that used to say he was going to do things and never actually do them. And now if I could show these videos, if I could take these videos back in time and show him, he'd be astonished, he'd be astounded. So I want, when I make these videos, as everybody knows, as I always say, I'm talking to past me. So I just want to tell past me right now, and to anyone else who this message might resonate with, who was like me in the past, had no purpose. If you aren't the person that you want to be, you can become it. And it takes work, and I'm not saying you're going to wake up tomorrow and be that person, but if you practice the right things every single day, if you have an end goal in mind of the person that you want to become, and you stop at nothing to obtain that, if there's an attribute that you want to have to improve your life, if you want money, if you want whatever it is that you want, there's nothing that you can't have if you put your mind to it and you just work towards it every single day, and it'll become second nature. It really will. I used to think it's hard to do now. Whatever it is, it's hard to do now, but if you do it every single day, it becomes easier and easier and easier until it's second nature. It's like driving a car. Success is like driving a car, or any attribute that you want is like driving a car. Or, no, driving a car, I'm talking to only a few people know how to drive a car on here. Everyone, I'm betting, puts on clothes. You know, you put on a pair of pants. You couldn't do that when you were 4, you know, or however old. I don't know when people start getting dressed. I don't know what age, but you do it without even thinking. You get up and you get ready. One day, there was a day in the past you couldn't do that. You couldn't just get up and put socks on and put pants on and a shirt, and now you can. You don't even think about it, you just get up and do it. And it's going to be the same with anything that you practice constantly. Any habit that you want to acquire, or any trait that you want to have, one day is going to be second nature, like putting on a pair of pants, just like getting ready and going to the morning. If you want to be the kind of person who says something and then actually does it, then you have to start saying things and do them, and then you'll become that person who does that. It sounds simplistic, but a lot of people don't realize this. So this is my reminder to you that you can achieve anything, you can do anything, as long as you hold it in your mind and work towards it every single day, and before you know it, you'll have it. That's my message for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one.